Hello all, welcome. My name is Sukhraj. In this video, we will see what is course policy, and then we will see what is cross origin, and what is the role of subdomain, host, port, and protocols, and how does cross origin request sharing work behind the scene, and what is the course pre-flight and optional calls are there. Does server always make a pre-flight option call in course protocol or not? And in the end, we will see how we can resolve the course error, or how we can implement the course policy in .NET Core API. Actually, a request for a resource outside of the origin is known as a cross origin request, right? So we type this type of error, like either because is not allowed because of the header, or it's because of the course policy. Our request get blocked, right, when we are trying to hit any API from our client side framework where the uh, cross origin policy not exist. So we will see now what exactly it means, which are the rules to make sure that cross origin request will go. Here, two URL have the same origin if they have the identical schemes, host and port. Spelling mistake in the identical, no problem. So it means two URL have the same origin if they have the identical scheme, host and port. So it means if they have the same protocol like HTTP or HTTPS or other any protocol, and port number should be same 5000, 8080, 8000, and host is domain, like domain or subdomain, it's on .com, .net. Like here, in the example here, we have the HTTP localhost 500, and this is the source, and this is the another source. Suppose this is the A origin 1 and this is the B origin 2. We from the origin A here, we are requesting to the origin B here. In that case, we have the same protocol HTTP and the same domain, and then we have the same port number. So in such case, there both have the same origin, so course policy will not affect these things, and we can easily make the request to from the resource to the target without any reason, without any issue. But down here in the first URL here, the protocol HTTPS, but in the target is also HTTPS. What if you will see the port number here, it's 5000, and in this case it's 8080. So it means cross origin is not exist here. I mean identical schemes are not there, because port number are the different. So in that case, course policy will not allow to share the data among these two resources. Again, down here in this URL, if you will see, we have a different protocol. One is HTTPS, another is HTTP. Again here it will means course rules will not allow to share the data between these two resources. So in such cases, we are getting this type of error, right? So how we can fix those error, and we will see in the .NET Core. First I will show you the example here. I have this project here in the Vue.js, and from this project and from this application, we are hitting the HTTP localhost 5000 API. We get users API, which is in the .NET Core API. Here we are hitting this particular method to get the user. If I will show here at the URL here, I am hitting this same particular API link, and I am getting the proper response. I got two user here. First is Muhammad, and then password, and then again username Sukhraj and password. So now I have used the same API here and hitting this API from the another application which is in Vue.js, which is hosted on the 8080 port. So here protocol, domain, everything is same, but port number is different because it's on 8080 and the API is on 5000. In that case, course policy will not allow to share the data between these two applications. Let's try on it. Right, as soon as I am hitting on the login, I am getting this type of error. Access to XML request 8. This from the origin. This has been blocked by course policy. No access control allow reason header is present on the requested resource. So how we can fix this such issue, we will see in this video. Now course, so first of all, what is course? A request for a resource outside of the origin is known as a cross region request or cross region resource sharing. So course is the policies or rules which say when you are using a resource outside of the origin, some rules or some rule regulation must be implemented in your the API. So that is for course. So cross region, when I like already said, when we are hitting from one resource to another resource which is which they don't have the common host port or protocol or subdomain, in that case they are from different cross region, otherwise they are from the same cross region. So how does cross region request work behind the scene, and what is course pre-flight and what is the option call, we will see here. Then we will do the practical example in .NET Core which I shown just now. Now on this you can see, when just focus on this picture, when we are in the different port number, like in our case we have the different port number. So what's going on? First of all, pre-flight request is going from the source, that is our Vue.js application, to the API which is our .NET Core Web API. So in the pre-flight request, some metadata is going there, it's checking for some data there, then in the options call it's returning the detail of that. Now the browser verify if they have the same port, same host, same protocol. In that case actual call means it will check if the course is implemented there. Actually pre-flight we are sending the detail about the resource, and it's checking at the server at the web API that course is implemented there for the particular URL to allow it the source target, that is the web API, and in the options it's return the data like if it's allowed or not, and then actual call is going to get the data from the web API to the Vue.js application. So what is pre-flight request? If you will see here, a pre-flight request is automatically issued by browser. Means developer or front-end developer don't need to craft such requests themselves. It appear when request is qualified to be pre-flight and emitted for the simple request. If you will you can say that it's the browser who decide if the pre-request is required to make or not, right? So browser check if they have the web API and the source. So here browser check, when browser will execute this one, it will check if the port number, domain, then protocol are same to the client side application, that is in the Vue.js, then it's fine, it will make the hit and will get the data. Otherwise it will if there is anything which is not in common, in that case it will make a pre-flight request, or browser issue a pre-flight request to the web API. Then web API it check for the in the middleware it check for the rules, or you can say check for the implementation of the course which you are allowed to hit this web API or not, and then the detail about that is returned in the option call here, and then the actual call is made. So it's the browser who decide if pre-flight request is required or not. So now we will see the practical example here. Right, I have this application here and I have this web API. I am hitting this get user and it's returning the list of users which I am adding at the in the controller. This is the I have one static list here. I am filling it with 2 user, and then on the get user I am returning. So I am able to get the data in the browser here, right? Or you can say that you can get easily data with the Postman. But now from the other application I am getting this error. So how we can resolve it? Now we will implement the course policy. Let's stop it. In case of .NET Core, we must add the course policy inside the configuration services. Here first add the services, add course, c dot just then here to the add policy, add the first parameter name is the policy name, and saying it allow origin policy. Then second parameter will be the builder, so in builder we will provide the actual builder dot allow origin, literally left with the origin, right? So here we will define which origin is allowed, so we can copy from here. So we are saying like allow this origin. If request is coming from this origin, then allow it. And then some other parameter like we can say that allow any method. If put get delete any method, allow it. And then allow any header. If it's a JSON or anything, we will allow everything. If request is from this particular URL, it means if we have some another URL where its port number is 81, in that case, because we are using here 80, in that case it will not allow to that particular URL. If if here it's a 81, in that case this URL want to hit my web API, then it will not be allowed, because here we use the 8080 only. If I will say with the allow any region, then it will allow any URL to hit my web API. Make sure to add this before the add controllers. This policy must be added before the add controllers. And next step is to add this particular policy in the configure method here. In this method, after the routing, we should add it. We can't add before the routing, right? So add dot use course and provide the policy name. So our policy name is allow origin. That's all. We need to add in the configure service this particular line that we are adding the policy, which we can add multiple policies here as well. So we are just adding one policy here, that is the allow origin, and that is built based on the origin. Like if the request is coming from this region and from any method, either get, put, delete, right, or post, and any header, JSON header, text header, anything, so it will be allow that particular link to get the data from this policy. But after enabling this, now we must implement this policy on the controller level or method level. To enable it at the controller, just add this particular enable course annotation and write the name of the policy which you defined here, right? So now this particular policy, suppose you have here multiple policies here, right? So to this particular controller you want to provide only this policy, then you will say enable course here, or if you have multiple, you can even provide here multiple policies, right? That's all. Now let's run it. Yes, now this is working. Now we will try to hit this particular user URL. from our Vue.js application. No need to make any changes in the client side application. Let's try again here to hit now the application there. Let's provide the username, then any password, and let's hit the login here. See, actually I'm not means redirecting after the login, but I'm logging the data. See, I'm logging data in the console.log. So now this time we are getting the data from that particular web API. You can check here in the network. We hit this particular web API. Last time we were getting the issue here, but now this time it's working properly, and we got both the users here, Muhammad and then password, then Sukraj, then password. So in this way we can implement the course policy. I think what we did, let's see. First of all, we added one policy here, right? So let me format the code here. Yes, it's formatted now. So what we did, we add one policy here, given the name it, allow reason. We can provide any name here. And then we say if the request is coming from this particular link or with this port, and with this I mean this protocol, this is the host, I mean domain, and then port number, then allow it. And if it's for delete, get, post, any method, allow it. And if with any header, just allow it, right? Then we, after defining this, means this will create a one runtime dependency inject for it, and then inside the configure we use that particular policy, and then to particular controller which to which we want to hit, in that it we allow the enable course, right? We enable this particular policy. So that's all. Thank you everyone. Provide your suggestions. Please subscribe channel, like this video and share this video. Thank you everyone.